Hi, it's me, Misha, again, coming to you from my apartment. It is snowing outside in April because it's Arizona and that makes tons of sense. Anyway, I was coming to you because I felt like making a video about something I'm sure nobody wants me to talk about because, nobody has requested any of my videos, but I would like to talk to you about foundation because I'm a silly little thing that thinks about that sort of thing. Anyway, more precisely, I was going to talk about why I switched to mineral foundation instead of regular foundation, liquid cream stuff that most people seem to use. And part of why I was thinking about this is just because I don't want to brag. I'm just saying. I just got finished doing a school opera production with NAU, and part of the whole theater experience is makeup, stage makeup, men, women, children, creatures that end up on stage. They have to be, smothered in makeup and, the eyeliner and the blush and everything. And it's hilarious to sit there and watch guys stand there and be like, I can't do this, an eyeliner, oh my gosh, put this on me, please, I can't do it. So, yeah, anyway, it got me thinking about things, and of course most of the girls were using, and guys too, were using liquid foundations, whether they wore makeup during their everyday life or not. So I was thinking about this, and I used to use liquid foundation. I've used a few different kinds of foundation, not tons, because especially when I was a bit younger, I was very much, I didn't have much money to spend on anything, so, and my parents really didn't support me being involved in makeup at all, so I had to, like, save up my pennies and sneak out of the house and go to the local Walgreens and pick up something. So anyway, let's see, I first started out with a cream foundation. Does anybody remember the Maybelline mousse foundation from a few years ago? There was just this little pot, and it was full of this, like, squishy foundation stuff, and you kind of scooped it out of the pot and smeared it on until it didn't look so bad. Since it was my very first foundation, and I didn't have any tools or even know how to use them anyway, it was pretty bad. It was thick and cakey and nasty, and I didn't even know how to wash it off, so it was just a wreck, honestly. But I liked it because I was like, I can cover up all my pimples and make them go away, and I'll just put on another layer of this stuff. So, yeah, plus, especially since I'm so pale, and, since I'm so pale, I would always get foundations that were at least 2 colors too dark, because I figured it didn't really matter, and it would just all blend in anyway, and I mean, the women of my family have a tendency to get darker foundation anyway, so that it kind of looks like we have a tan, except it doesn't work that way. So anyway, I started out with cream foundation, and then my second ever foundation was when mineral foundations were first showing up at the drugstore. It was pretty bad too. It was really, really dry powder. I never moisturized my face, and it was just a mess. So after that, when I really started doing makeup in general, I tried liquid foundation. I tried CoverGirl Clean, and then I tried Revlon Color Stay, which I liked for a long time. It's considered to be pretty darn good when it comes to drugstore foundation. It's just, I got the kind for dry skin, and even then it was so drying, it would just make my skin flake and do horrible, gross things. It was kind of bad. But, I mean, I learned to kind of manage it with different moisturizers and stuff. But, I mean, it was a pain, and trying to do sponges, and I never got into using those flat foundation brushes. I kind of felt like it's the same sensation as painting a wall on your face. So, not knocking people that do that. People can get great results with that. I just suck at it, personally. So, I would use a kabuki brush and dip it and kind of like do the stippling thing and then blend it out, and it turned out okay. But then I got more interested in skincare, but not like buying actual eye creams and stuff because I can just never, I can never convince myself to spend like $20 on a tiny jar to go on my eyeballs. I probably will after a while. I'm only in my early 20s, so it's hard to justify it yet. I might later. But yeah, so, and I also, as I've mentioned on my blog, I have a blog, woohoo, a written blog, which is kind of fun. I mentioned, sorry, I'm still getting over a bit of a cough, so stuff comes up. I need some water. Ah. But I got kind of interested in learning what kind of chemicals are used in most makeup and trying to avoid most of it. Not all of it. I mean, I'm not... It's almost like the difference between being vegetarian and being vegan, you know? I'm probably like the lacto-ovo vegetarian of non-toxic makeup. I'm not all the way there, but I'm kind of working my way towards it. I have things where it's hard for me to completely wean myself off it, like eyeliner and mascara. Chemicals look wonderful you put them on, as long as they don't make your eyelashes fall out, which some things do for me. Anyway, back to foundations. So I found out that my foundation, and I'm sure as long as it doesn't react with your skin and you're fine with it, keep using whatever works for you, but I just didn't feel comfortable with all the chemicals that were in my foundation, so I tossed it out and started looking into mineral foundations. And I've always preferred powder foundation, mostly because I feel like it's less gooey on my skin. You know that feeling when you put on your liquid foundation and then your skin just kind of feels gooey, and you have to set it with powder to feel less gooey? And I've always liked with mineral foundation or just powders in general, where you can put it on and you can get the coverage you need, but it sets itself. That's a cool thing about using mineral foundation in the theater was that instead of having to apply my foundation and then copious amounts of powder all over it to keep it from getting all over my costumes, I could just put on my foundation and I was done with that part, which was kind of nice. So I like the kind of self-settingness about it. I think it's more comfortable. Except for today, I accidentally let way too much get through the sifter, and my brush was full of powder, and you should have seen the cloud that was enveloping me, this beige cloud that kind of got on my pants and everywhere, and I did dust it all off. That's the main drawback to me of mineral foundation, is that it's usually loose powder, and loose powder, I'm a klutz, and it can go everywhere. So yeah, that's the only main thing. Anyway, so I switched to mineral foundation. I use Meow Cosmetics foundation. I'm currently using their Pampered Puss formulation, which is their in between. They have 3 formulations. They have a light one, which is shoot, I can't. Perfect Puss, like perfect. It's so silly. And then they have the medium, which is Pampered Puss, and then they have a really heavy coverage foundation, which is called Flawless Feline. And I knew that I wanted some coverage, but I was afraid of looking really, really cakey, so I got the Pampered Puss. I might get the Flawless Feline next time, because then I might have to use a little less powder to do what I want with it. But, yeah, I can't compare it to any other foundation. I can't compare it to, like, Fear or Aromaly or anything, because even though I've read up on those, I haven't tried those. I got the Meow because it's the most cost-effective. It's this enormous 30-gram jar, which they fill pretty darn full, for between $20 to $27, depending on which formulation you get. Heavier formulations are more expensive, of course, because it's more concentrated. But yeah, compared to like Bare Essentials and stuff, this stuff is cheap. Compared to the drugstore stuff I was using before, it's definitely not cheap. But I think the stuff I've explained before might help explain why, as a college student without a steady job, why I would choose to spend like $25 on a jar of powder. Yeah. So, and then every once in a while, if I have if I want to look really, really, really covered up, or if I have a really bad zip, I'm using just this Maybelline cover stick. It's not a fancy stick, it's just a stick. Like a thick stick, and you have to know how to use it because it'll get really cakey, but it works for me and it's cheap, so I actually got it before Buy Me Out stuff came in, so I have no idea how bad this is. It's probably not too bad, I don't think, but yeah, it smells awful. Anyway, that is just my foundation video because I felt like it. Please like and subscribe if you'd like to, and I will put links down below for my blog and Tumblr and all those lovely things. So thanks for stopping by and have a great day.